Hello and welcome back. If you've not joined me before, my name's Mark and this is the Restoration Shack, where I normally do lowriders such as you can see there, and a bit of work on my own vehicles, the SLK under the sheet there, and I've got a VW camper. So today I'm looking at doing a little bit of a change around in the workshop. So this is where I normally film the videos. I've got the lights there and the bike stand. Spin you around. There's an upcoming project on there, but I've been working in this for a year or so now nearly, and it's a bit of a glare from the sun there. It's a rare occasion, but basically I want to do something with the floor because it's quite dusty and it's quite messy when I'm working in here. So what I've had delivered is 123 of these tiles and some edging. So this is like a plastic floor. So what I'm going to do is put this down on both sides, so the car will be sat on plastic, so when I'm working underneath it I'm not getting covered in dirt, and then it's going to be far easier with the bikes to kind of find things when I drop them, for one, bearings, but also to clean the floor, and it should reduce a lot of the dust and dirt that's in here. So what I'm going to do is start getting the kit moved out of the way, and then I'll bring you back when we've read it, and I'll start putting some of the flooring down. So I've cleared the first area. The sun is really bright today, which is great, but even with this yellow and black weather strip that I had put in the garage, I still get a lot of dirt and dust coming through. So I've got an edging strip for these boards. I'm just going to try and set you up so you can see, and get you a bit lighter. Hopefully you can sort of see what I'm going to do. So I'm basically going to be starting over here along this strip. I'm going to basically come towards you with the tiles. So I'm just trying to find a decent place so you can see me, and that looks fairly good. It's quite blinding out there, but hopefully I'm going to find a happy medium. So I've got these edge strips first. So these have they're kind of tapered on the end, and these will go up against the weather strip up there like that, and then I've got the big tiles. So I'll just lay some of these down first. So I'm also going to have to apologise because we're going to have traffic noise because I've got the door open. I might actually shut the door, and let's see what that does actually. Let's see. Don't know if that gives us any better. Yeah, that's actually a bit better. Get rid of some of the blindiness. So, like I say, first off, we're just going to go along this strip here with these edge strips, and then we'll take it from there. Now this stuff is like a thick plastic. You can cut it with either a jigsaw or a sharp carpet knife, I've been told. So what I'm doing is I'm starting from one edge, the garage, workshop, and then working my way towards you and across towards the car, which you saw earlier. Now these things at the minute are, I asked if they were like interlock, where you can set them out like you have bricks. So you could set your first set together like that, and then your other one you could set like that halfway across, but you can't at the minute. They have to be set one on top of the other. It's something the company's looking at developing, but they've not got there yet with it. So we've got our first one in, and then we just clip this in. Like that. I said basically to lay them in and then leave them 24 hours before I start doing the edges, just so they settle a little bit. I think my knees will be shot by the time I've finished out. But luckily they've been quite warm out as well. It should allow them to sink in and level out. what I'll do is I'll try putting two together. So actually I'll bring you over and have a look as well. Just got to find a way of replicating this stuff here. So in the floor you'll see these black marks. Now they were an attempt to try and point out where I was going to put the stands and the camera. So I try and get the best sort of shot possible when I'm filming. It's not always worked, but it's not been too bad. So I'm going to try and placing two of these together first. And then drop them onto the others in one row. Pretty good already. I think that's taken me less than 10 minutes, and probably 5-6 minutes just to do that, and we've done a 4x3 part tile area. Yeah, it's footprints obviously, it's dusty because I'm still walking on the concrete, but decided it was actually easier rather than smacking it with my hand all the time, using a small rubber mallet. But yeah, already great difference from the dusty concrete onto the flooring. And then, like I say, you leave it for 24 hours when I've obviously got the entire rest of the workshop to do, quite a lot, but then I've also got these edges. So what I'll do is then you cut down the tiles, just cut sections you need, leaving a 5mm gap for expansion around the edge. Obviously the lip that I put on the front is fine. I'm going to see how it settles. At the minute it's not lifted. I thought it was lifting a little bit there because I've got a slight curve when it goes off towards the rubber. So I'm going to see if it sits high. If it does, I might look at putting some sort of carpet adhesive or grab adhesive underneath it just so it grabs it to the floor, because there's no plan for me to take this up once it's in. You can drive on it. As I say, you can see that it's made of a sort of I don't know how thick that is, probably 5mm thick plastic material, so it's very hard wearing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on, and I'll probably bring you back intermittently as I go, because I've got to start shifting bikes and equipment over onto this once I've done the next row, and then bring you back when we've got some progress. So I'm about 25 minutes in so far. I must admit the workshop's in right mess now, but it's, I can see, you can hopefully see where I've done just return to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows deep, and 2, 4, 6 rows, 5, 6 rows across in 25 minutes, and it's so much better. So the entire workshop here, where I do the bikes is done. So you just have to pardon the fact that all the bikes are all strewn there. What I'm doing is I'm doing a row and then moving the stuff across so I can get the next row. That door's being picked up today. The running machine will just move across and then shift the bikes across. So basically I'm going to work towards, so from there work towards the back, and then I'll have to move all the cabinets and stuff like that. And then I'll probably try and get that done now. And then I'm going to leave it for 24 hours, and then along the edges there you can see, and that's where I'm going to have to cut sections and drop them in, just to kind of finish it off. But yeah, quite happy with it. It goes together well. Once it's interlocked, you can still see the joints, but it holds together well. And so on the edges it's still a little bit, still feel it lifting and a bit crunchy underfoot. I've swept the floors, I've put it in, so just here you can see it's still not, it's not down, but as soon as you start putting extra tiles around it, so here it's solid, so it's good. But yeah, overall happy. I'll keep going and bring you back in a bit. So it's gone a bit cloudy, but I've done about 45 minutes, maybe to an hour. Took me more time because I had to keep moving all the stuff about, to keep going up and up and up the workshop. Some vehicles. But I've done one side. I haven't done the back where the cabinets are, because that's going to take me a bit longer. But what I thought I'd do is I've moved the SLK out to make myself some room on this side. So I'm just going to carry on. I've just started doing the front before I move the car out. Just car on the drive there, and then yeah, just going to start laying this side. So I'll bring you back shortly when I've made a bit of progress. So I've had about another hour on this. Had a couple of people come round, neighbours, just for a chat, so it's delayed me a little bit, so just over an hour. But I've now got the side that the car sits in all done, except for just that little piece there. One tile stood up, I've just got to cut that and put it in. But done all the bit. It took me quite a while. I mean, putting the main tiles down easy, but then all down this edge you've got to sort of measure it, and the wall kind of tapers out a bit, so as it's going, it's kind of doing that and going across, so each tile started getting narrow as it's gone in. So I've just thrown some bits back here because I need to get some work on the back there, so I've got to start cleaning all that stuff. It's amazing how much stuff you accumulate, camping gear, camping toilets and bits, and God knows what else is in there, bikes, chop saws, jacks, well, you name it, it's all in there. So I've got to get this cabinet moved, the tool chest, and then the big cabinet at the end, just so I can do the floor along the back there. But I've done underneath the workbench, done it right to the back, so that's better. Give it a quick hoover around just to clean up some of the loose dirt on it, but much better, so much better with the, when the concrete gives off a lot of dust, so it's just quite a mess trying to lay in it, you're getting filthy. So with this, hopefully I should just be able to mop it clean going forward. So I'm just going to carry on. I was going to do a quick time lapse, but basically I'll just keep bringing you back, and these things are like jigsaws, as you probably saw. I'll bring a, I don't know if I showed you at the beginning, but basically it's just jigsaw, and you just interlink it and knock it together. Just so easy. It's not cheap, but it just transforms the workshop, because the floor, it also evens the floor out as well. So I've got quite a lot of this garage was workshop now, but it is a double garage in essence. It was laid in two sections, so the concrete floor, as you can see there, there's two pads, and where the join it cracked, and also somewhere down there there's electrics coming in through the floor going into that trunking, so all this sort of floor area here, it's all cracking, so it's just basically it was a mess. So quite happy with this. I think what I'll do is I'll finish off that top corner, get the workshop back into some sort of state where it's visible and clean, and then I'll bring you back for just a final walk round. So that's that corner done. It's sort of all in. I've also, see if I can bring you over and take you down the side there, so you can see I've also done the edges as well, up to the curb or the skirting board, whatever you want to call it, the edge of the wall there, gone all the way along. Unfortunately the bike's in the way, but I've gone all the way up the workshop there. So yeah, happy with that. It's reduced the amount of dust quite a lot. It's easy now, you just sweep, and if you spill you can mop it up. It does need a mop because it's quite dirty at the minute with various things. I can't unfortunately go much further that way because there's a really big project that has come in, which is going to be in some future videos. There'll be some teasers coming, but yeah, stay tuned for that because I'm very excited. I've been waiting for this one for, well, a long time, years. I've always wanted this project, so I managed to finally get it, and there'll be a lot of videos coming on that, so stay tuned for that. There's also a couple of lowriders in build, which I'm doing, so yeah, it's an exciting time. So thank you for being with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.